of the committee for Hope Unlimited that is helping to raise money for a new emergency shelter that is in plans to be built. Hope Unlimited started in 1985 with volunteers from the community, letting men and women shelter at their houses until the organization was gifted a house.
And the goal of the shelter is well, to prevent many things, but one of them is homelessness, right? So for some people, the choice is either I go into the shelter or I'm homeless. And so it's to, they can get a new job, get on their feet, and then leave the shelter and get off to a good footing, which is what everyone will want.
In view of the necessities the new emergency
Yeah.
shelter
Cool.
will have is better physical security system, commercial kitchen, more space, and even daycare.
I'm a big guy, right? Like I'm 5'17", and I don't really walk around ever not feeling safe, right? Like it's never a thought in my mind. And before I really started working with Hope Unlimited, I was kind of vaguely aware that this is something they did. I never really thought about it. I learned more.
Davina Garner has worked with Hope Unlimited for 25 years and has seen the growth of the organization, but also the need.
And I think it can make a bigger impact, and not just providing a roof over their head, but it also feels that all of the things that they've had going on. I think that makes that connection there. Stand by.
That new house is estimated to have 32 beds for women, men, and their children. Coming up, a final piece is added to a Southwest Missouri Veterans Memorial. Plus, some kids get together in Carthage to take a trip back in time.
All right, guys. So we are in the 6 p.m. newscast. Give you a little update, and I'll just let it stream for you. But you can see all the severe thunderstorm warnings that we got from Bates, Vernon, Barton, over to Crawford, Bourbon, and then parts of Allen, northern parts of Neosho, parts of Wilson, and then also Elk County in southeastern parts of Kansas. You can see this band of showers and thunderstorms continuing to drop into the region. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect. We all good, Stace? Sweet. All right, severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 11 p.m. It goes all the way into southwestern parts of Missouri. But you can see this band, which continues to push in. So this is now working into southwestern Missouri, a little cluster from Stockton Lake just north of Nevada. Pittsburgh's under a severe thunderstorm warning, but you will not be affected for about another 20, 25 minutes. This stretches all the way back toward Erie, just north of Parsons, Fredonia and Neodesha, just north of Independence, all the way back through Elk and Chautauqua counties. The main threat for us tonight is going to be large hail and some gusty winds, very low tornado threat as these continue to push through over the next couple hours. Let's go through time. I'll show you kind of as soon as my computer catches up. Show you what we are looking at as we go through the rest of the evening hours. Let's see here. All right, so this band continues to drop into the region over the next couple hours. Kind of stays mainly along and north of I-44 as we go through about the next 2 or 3 hours, and then it will drop south of I-44. I do think after 9 p.m. our severe threat really lowers. Then we go mainly to a hail and just strong storms with a small hail and wind threat. But after midnight, most of these are going to be gone completely across the region. Dow's going to have to start talking here in a minute. Let's see here. Do we have that? Yeah, we do have that tower cam pulled up.
Yeah, it's updated. Yeah, it's an updated image.
10. Stand by.
The Veterans Memorial at Carterville, Missouri Cemetery is now complete. Officials today placed a final memorial stone on this pedestal, this one honoring Vietnam War veterans. The first stone placed on the memorial honored Civil War veterans. It was placed in 2018. Now there are also stones honoring veterans from World Wars I and II and III. History comes alive for some students in Carthage. Carthage Intermediate Center today hosted its Great Americans Day event in Central Park. The event featured volunteers who dressed up as historical figures to teach local students about their importance and values they embody. Each character not only talked about their life and historical facts, they also had a trait that they taught the kids, such as forgiveness, perseverance, honesty, trustworthiness. One student told us about the figures he most looked forward to seeing.
Mostly because Abraham Lincoln was the guy that helped slaves, you know, like get out and stuff. And Swanson was the guy, was one of the people that started Thanksgiving, from what I know.
About 400 fifth graders from 3 area schools attended
At
that.
Uniontown,
The YMCA
which is in the
encouraged guys from
Springfield
new
with
life in
Kansas
a
West.
green sense. Today, the gym hosted a ribbon cutting for their brand new community pantry garden. And after the ribbon cutting, there was an open house. There was a sale on bunnies, honey, and plants.
That we need things like fresh carrots, fresh potatoes, those kinds of things that really make a difference in the nutritional content of your food. And we also do an education piece out here every month for little preschoolers all the way up to help homeschool
Okay.
members that also comes out.
Proceeds from the sale benefit the garden. That open house ends at 7 p.m. A little bit later, Final Four for Pitt State. We're going to hear from the baseball team as they prepare for the semifinal of the NIAA tournament.
Plus, thunderstorms continue to work through during the overnight hours. I'm going to have those details coming up. All right, so everybody who is online, we are in the 6 o'clock news, so we're in the weather break right before weather.
El Dorado, trees down on houses and 2 houses in El Dorado.
Well, not nice. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna. We tell them I'm gonna start at the wall.
Stafford, Kansas. Where's Stafford?
Are you gonna stay on it and just toss it down from the wall?
No, I'll probably walk back over, but
Yeah.
I need to check something on here. So I'm gonna start on the wall, but I'm not gonna be on the wall, if that makes any sense. So it's gonna be blank for a second or two.
We're going to be on camera when we get cut.
1 minute.
Let's see here. So as soon as
Doug,
you,
would you like extra time?
I don't care, whatever they want to do. Let's load that. Oh, that's
update the
fine, man.
image.
I wouldn't worry about it too much.
that's
I'm
the
actually gonna
updated
start
image.
on the warnings anyways here.
Okay.
So I think I can switch it to this one. Maybe I'll pick it
You
up.
need to hit a button or something?
No, I think we got it.
Stand by.
Okay.
It should.
Okay.
Well, of course, we've been tracking showers and thunderstorms across the region over the past several hours, and we're going to continue to have these as we go through the next few hours. Severe threat across the region, severe thunderstorm watch across parts of Kansas and also into Missouri until 11 p.m. Now, all these counties that are popping up in the yellow, those are severe thunderstorm warnings. So we're looking Bates, Vernon, Barton, Crawford, up into Bourbon counties. And then you can actually see the watch is starting to get chopped off on the backside because our severe threat has dropped. So this band is going to push on through. We are going to have a severe threat over the next 2, 3, maybe 4 hours once you get into our southern counties. Main threat as we go through the evening hours is going to be very gusty winds, 60, upwards to 65, and possibly golf ball size hail. But you can see this band drifting south and east. Now it's starting to pick up some steam. And then ahead of it, we're getting a few scattered thunderstorms that are popping up ahead of this main band. Let's go ahead. We're going to do a tour. We're going to zoom in. So we're going to go up toward El Dorado Springs here, Stockton Lake. Severe thunderstorm warning till 7 p.m. This is going to be for Vernon County. So this is just north of Nevada. So here's I-49 stretching north toward Rich Hill. These continue a little bit farther toward the west. Once you get over toward Fort Scott, right along 69, very intense storms. Let's go a little bit farther south. You can see our severe thunderstorm warning continues. Crawford County and also Barton County, but Liberal and Pittsburgh, Frontenac, you guys still have 20-ish minutes before these storms start to work in. Let's track a little bit farther west. We're going into Neosho County, so Erie, picking up very strong storms at this time just north of Parsons. If you live in Parsons or Lebec County, down toward Oswego, Chautauqua, you will get the storms once we get here in about 20 to 30 minutes. A little farther toward the west, here's Montgomery County, Independence, Coffeyville, Caney. You will all get into the action as we go through about the next 20 minutes or so. Let's go through time. So these storms, they're going to continue to sink south and east. I do think once they get to the I-44 corridor, they will start to weaken. So after mainly 9 p.m., I think we're going to kind of switch over to just moderate to strong storms, maybe a low-grade severe thunderstorm. So I do think our severe threat after 9 p.m. will start to drop. Look at this, though. This is pretty widespread rain, which we definitely need. We still have the drought situation going on. Let's move to 10 p.m. Thunderstorms now, northeastern Oklahoma, through the Joplin Metro, just good old storms. Southwestern parts of Missouri, they will continue to plunge off toward the south as we go through the rest of the night. And after midnight, these guys are pretty much gone, and then we'll start to dry out just a little bit as we go through the rest of the night. You can see the ominous looking clouds, 7th and range line. We are looking off toward the north and to the west with those showers and thunderstorms which are increasing. Now this isn't it for rain. Of course, we had some severe weather last night, and then of course severe weather tonight. I do think tomorrow we look okay. We're just going to get some showers, a few thunderstorms in here late in the day into the evening hours, but I don't anticipate anything severe. But once we get into Thursday, that's where we could see the severe weather return. Now check this out. This is rainfall amounts for about the next 5 days, or at least the potential for rain as we go all the way into the weekend. A lot of areas are going to pick up 1, 2, maybe upwards to 3 inches of rain, something that we greatly need across the region. Let's go 83 tomorrow. Some late day storms, some evening storms on Thursday. Friday, not looking too bad. Thunderstorms Friday night into Saturday morning. But all 3 of those could be severe weather events. And then again, a chance for storms next Wednesday. But if you look at the temperatures overall, we are looking pretty good. Of course, meteorologist Sam Lane and I, we're here in the Weather Center, and we're going to be manning any storms that we get for the rest of the evening.
And as you say, the area, particularly southeast Kansas, needs the rain.
We do.
Probably not get it all at once, but take what you get.
Whatever we can get.
Still ahead, it's championship night at Class 2 District 6 softball tournament in Mount Vernon. And Pittsburgh versus Lebec County aiming to stay in the hunt for the SEK League title. Jacob Leonard has those highlights and more up next.
This was interesting. A few minutes south of Uniontown and southwest of Fort Scott. You'll see it enhance here in just a second.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, right there.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then now it's kind of doing it again west of Girard.
All right. So the only warnings right now, guys, we have Bourbon, Crawford, Barton, Vernon counties. The storms in Neosho all the way back through northern parts of Montgomery are just real strong right now. It's still something we want to watch. Let's see here. Anything on chat?
Didn't see anything.
Let's go to Wichita's chat.
Oh, there's that picture.
Yeah. Way behind. It's not initializing well at all. What's up, Leonard?
I was about to come in here and start talking nonsense, but then I thought you might be on Facebook.
I am streaming, so watch what you say. So,
Oh, it's for real?
yeah, I really am. I'm just kind of letting it play.
Well, I made the right call.
We get a little behind the scenes.
Yep. All right, severe thunderstorm warnings continue. Vernon County, this is for winds at 60 miles per hour, at least quarter-size hail, quarter to half dollar size hail down into Barton County, Crawford County. Now I got to shut up because Leonard's going to talk.
Oh, definitely picking up again south of Fort Scott.
The Pittsburgh State Gorillas are still alive in the MIAA conference tournament. The Gorillas are in the final four of the bracket after beating Central Missouri, Central Oklahoma in the first round last weekend. And next up for Pittsburgh State, it's a big one. The Gorillas face the top seed in the bracket, Central Missouri, returning to semifinals Thursday afternoon. The UCM is ranked fourth in the country, took 2 out of 3 from Pitt State when they met in the regular season. Here's PSU on what they took from that series, the challenges that Central Missouri presents.
They started the game really great. They had some good pitching, some good hitting. They did all the little things right, and we're just hoping to go out and do everything a little bit better than they do.
You'll walk people and give you opportunities once you make your opportunities. So that's what we have to go do. You know, I thought it was a pretty good series when we played them here. 3 weeks ago, we got to play better. We know that, and hopefully we go do that. We got a lot of work to do. Ultimately, we want to play the following week and make everything practice out in here. We got work to do with the next probably as well. So we need to go play good baseball and give ourselves a chance to have our main call on Sunday.
The Pittsburgh Purple Dragons are in the final week of the regular season. The Dragons are 12-5 overall, including 8-2 in the SEK. Pittsburgh still has a chance to share the SEK League Championship. They need to win the final 2 conference games, plus have Chanute beat Fort Scott on Thursday. First things first, though, Pittsburgh at home this afternoon hosting SEK rival Labette County. Start at the top of the second. Ripley strike first, Kagan Bates. Base hit with the bases loaded, scores a pair of runs. Labette County up 2-0 early. Pittsburgh is 5 in the bottom of the second, then in the third, Brandon Doherty drops one into right center. Quentin Fierce scores 2 more for the Dragons in the third, makes it 7-2. And next inning, big swing from Tucker Akins in the gap to the wall out there. That scores Dawson Stegman from a second, double for Akins. Pittsburgh finishes it off in 5 innings, cruising by the Labette County 12-2. On Southwest Missouri, Webb City, just 2 games left before the playoffs. They're at home against Kickapoo, and now in the low-scoring game, but Webb City falls 2-0. Local softball now, championship night, the Class 2 District 6 tournament in Mount Vernon. Tournament host Mountaineers face Diamond tonight. That one's still going top of the third. Diamond leads it 3-0. Pittsburgh State's Cordell Tench has been named the Division II National Track and Field Athlete of the Week. Tench won 3 individual MIAA championships over the weekend. Played in the 110-meter hurdles and the long jump. They earned some national recognition. On Saturday, Tench won the long jump with a win-aid mark of 27 feet and a half inch. It's the second best all-conditions mark in Division II history. Then in the 110 hurdles on Sunday, he posted a time of 12.97 seconds. That is also the second best all-conditions mark in Division II history. It helped the Gorillas win their 8th outdoor MIAA championship in the last 12 years. That's it for sports. We're back after this.
15 heavy.
Well, of course, we still have severe thunderstorm warnings from Vernon County. A pretty good little hail core near Fort Scott. Moving into Nevada, El Dorado Springs, you're going to get into the action here pretty quick. Down towards Sheldon, western parts of Barton County. Crawford County, you're really picking up. So now moving into Girard, Pittsburgh, Frontenac, Alba, you guys are still about 15 minutes away. McCune starting to work into your neck of the woods, Parsons. How do you guys, what are we doing on this bottom block here?
We just have a 3-2 and
Okay.
we're a little heavy.
A little heavy? Okay. Over toward Erie and then Independence also picking up. These are still about an hour and 15 minutes away from, maybe an hour, maybe 15 minutes from the Joplin Metro. Carthage down toward Miami. I do think once they get south of I-44, they will start to weaken just a bit. Let's see here. So just a preview.
Yeah, sure. Shorten it. Exotic Hawaiian disease.
Had a few too many Mai Tais over there.
Wasn't just my times, it was margaritas and pina coladas.
Did you get in the ocean? Did you go snorkel?
Did not snorkel, but got in the ocean.
Beat up any sharks?
Oh, yeah. All of them.
See any volcanoes?
Hawaii is okay.
15. 10. Stand by.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to hear from a Joplin hotel on what a new tourism survey means for their business. Plus, KDOT representatives are at the Pittsburgh City Commissioners meeting presenting information about a proposed Highway 69 bypass. Those stories and a lot more is coming up tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Of more immediate concern, though, is the weather.
Yeah, we got severe thunderstorms continuing to drop through. Severe thunderstorm warnings from Fort Scott, Nevada to Lamar, Pittsburgh. These are for winds at 60 and quarter-size hail stretching back into southeastern Kansas. Of course, we'll keep you updated.
Final sports news.
We told you Cordell Tinge from Pittsburgh State was the National Track and Field Athlete of the Week. It's the second time he's earned that this season. He's breaking records seemingly every week.
Very impressive. Thanks for joining us. Please be careful out there, and let's make it a great evening.
Oh, you're fine, man. Let's see, anything new on chat? What are you guys doing here for the IDs?
Go ahead.
That's one.
I haven't seen anything.
Wichita, not really. Springfield, nothing new. Okay. So what are you guys doing? Are we doing just one ID? What? You're gonna do the weather one? Okay.
You are at the top of 9:30.
Okay. So guys, I'm continuing this stream, but we're doing a few IDs. So when we get done with those, then we'll kind of take another tour about what's going on with the storm. So I'm just kind of letting you guys sit here and you can see the behind the scenes.
One piece.
So you have 1, 2.
Oh, I see. What do you got?
Are you ready? Stand by. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pittsburgh State Baseball prepares for the MRAA Tournament semifinals. We'll hear from you in 10.
And then I'll go through some of these comments here in a second, guys.
cam view looks good.
Does it? Switch to that. All right, so what do I got? I have, what is it, one IDE and one 930? Am I at the top of the 930?
So you have two IDs.
Two IDs and a 930. Okay, gotcha. Let's rock and roll. Hey, Sam, just so you still have Mike B on?
Yeah.
Just so you know that even if you walk anywhere, it's going to be picked up.
Okay.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure you knew. So,
Yeah, I turned it on.
okay. All right, they ready?
Stand by.
Cool.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Showers and thunderstorms continue to work through during the overnight hours tonight. Details at 10. Let's go.
Stand by. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Severe weather tonight and still a threat in the forecast. Details at 10.
Give you a second.
Okay. Does that mean they're ready?
Okay. You can go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tonight on KOAM News at 10, we've been tracking severe weather and more severe weather still in the forecast. Cool, cool. I think you only got one. Oh. I put it over there because oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were using that still. Because I can pick up Wirecast on that one. I'll switch it back over. All right. You're fine. You're fine.
I didn't know if it moved over.
Man, the clouds are getting dark on 7th and Range Line. All right, guys, I'll give you guys an update here in a minute. Dow's got to do an ID.
Stand by. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What a tourism study in Joplin could mean for the city tonight. One more?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Stand by. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tonight's discussion of a proposed 69 bypass at 10.
If you're ready.
We're adjusting. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Plus, we're going to take a look at a tourism study in Joplin and what it could bring to the city. We're finished, guys.
Okay. Will you point that camera back at me? Will you point that camera back at me?
Yes.
Great, thank you.
Is that good?
That'll work. Will you zoom it out just a little bit? I feel like it's about, I don't like looking at myself that close. All right, cool. All right, guys, let's give you a tour of what's going on. Of course, we had to finish the 6. I've been kind of glancing through your comments over here over the past 10 minutes or so. But still, we have severe thunderstorms which are dropping through the region. They have overall weakened just a little bit. So we aren't seeing as many severe thunderstorm warnings across southeastern Kansas, but they're still pretty much going from Pittsburgh over toward Lamar and Nevada. And I do think we'll see a few additional severe thunderstorms as we go through the rest of the evening. Main threat here is going to be hail, gusty winds, 60 to 65. Quarter-size hail, maybe a little bit bigger. We still have a low tornado threat. It's not screaming high or anything, but it's out there. You see anything new, Sam?
No, I just stepped outside to look at the storms developing to the east of the station here, and also it's getting pretty dark to the north and west. Getting ready to tweet that. But we've been, of course, monitoring these storms up to the north that have been kind of merging with the line, and that's where the greatest threat, of course, with the damaging winds potential.
Yeah, definitely. Nevada, your wind should be picking up really from I-49 south to Sheldon, just north of Lamar. You guys, pretty good storm. You can see the hail core just to the north of the Liberal, so stretching up northwestern parts of Barton County and then into southwestern parts of Barton County. Still severe thunderstorm warning. We are looking Crawford County, so Girard to McCune. We'll be pushing into Pittsburgh here shortly in about the next 10 minutes or so. Again, main threat, gusty winds, large hail. Still just below severe limits, but very strong storms, southern parts of Neosho County, northern parts of Labette, and all the way back through Montgomery County and then Chautauqua County, Kansas. Again, not too much south of I-44. We have some random little guys south of Springfield, one little guy right about Eagle Rock on the west side of Table Rock Lake. Besides that, not a whole bunch going on, but all these storms are going to drop through the metro into southwestern parts of Missouri. So 90% of the viewing area should, at least 90% of the viewing area should have rain tonight, which is something we greatly need. You can see this line extends all the way up on the south side of Kansas City. Let's see. So just so I know for future reference, how do we, so like if there's a storm chaser out here, how did they come in on this? How does that work?
That's a, that's a good question.
Okay.
I know if they have the app, they can then stream directly into the control room, and it would probably appear right there where it says storm
Gotcha.
chase. So, but that's if they have, and there's 4 feeds. So we have the potential of having 4 storm chasers feeding in their stuff into us.
Okay, that's cool.
But they have to have the app
Gotcha.
and download the app.
Oh, wrong one.
And then, there's a guy named Brett Adair with Live Storm Media who we need to follow through on and have a meeting with him, because there might be a possibility where we could exchange. We provide content for them while at the same time being able to use their content from various storm chasers in the area that they might have. I know that I've got on my Radar Scope app, I have the ability to plot on where all the spotters are that are active right now. And we have some near Frontenac, right near Zach Lane. And if you
That's
search
cool.
that, it gives the phone number, and I can actually call him right now
That's pretty cool.
and stuff like that. So it's a real good tool to have.
All right, if you live in Greenwood County, you are clear. Elk County, clear severe weather. Wilson County, clear severe weather. Woodson County, clear. Allen County, Neosho County, soon. Most of Bourbon County, even though still a severe thunderstorm warning in the southeastern part of the county, is mainly clear. So it's really this line and point south. You can see a new severe thunderstorm warning. Very odd looking warning.
Yeah, we have some pretty strong winds now just to the north and east of Liberal, Missouri, south of Bronaugh. They're in northern
Yeah.
Barton County.
See that for sure. Looks like a pretty good hail core too.
And there's also some pretty strong winds also just south of Nevada between Moundville and Milo in Vernon County. That appears to be where the strongest storms are right now.
Yeah. Such a weird polygon here.
Yeah.
Weird. So new severe thunderstorm warnings, Washington, northern parts of Nowata, and even parts of Craig County in northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Let me go up through some of these comments here. A guy named Stone Camper. Nice name. He's a storm chaser up here. Yodoshay had peace eyes earlier.
Yeah.
Vamos. We're gonna go with that. Yeah, Parsons is, you guys are kind of right in the midst, but at 20 minutes you'll be pretty good. JD Weaver, Jasper County. Right now, I mean, we're gonna watch this move into Jasper County here in the next 30 to 40 minutes, but we'll have to see if we get a severe thunderstorm warning or not. There is one little guy popping up right on top of Orinoco, so a thunderstorm which is trying to pop up ahead of it. Let's see here.
I wish we had more reports coming in, but right now, we're not seeing a whole lot. Just that, like you said, that pea-sized hail there near Neodesha.
Right. Let's see here. Southwest Missouri, WZ. Yeah, Newton County. Hey, I think everybody's going to get storms tonight. I just think the overall trend will be weakening as they get south of I-44. Again, Yates Center, Iola, Chanute, Fredonia, Fort Scott, you guys are all in the clear, still in the action. Independence, Mountain Valley, Parsons, up to Girard, intense cell right on top of Liberal, up to Nevada. So that is our strongest cell, Nevada to Liberal, Missouri, and then stretching back toward Pittsburgh, Kansas. Everything else, strong, low-grade, severe. You can see the severe thunderstorm warning, northeastern parts of Oklahoma. And this is mainly due to this backside is developing and pushing into northeastern Oklahoma.
We're getting reports from Fort Scott that the winds have passed now, just some rain and thunder. Fort Scott said it blew through, was a real letdown, strong winds for a few minutes, but then light rain, unimpressive for sure.
Okay.
So thanks for that report in Fort Scott.
So that was Jim and Jason. Thanks, guys, letting us know.
If we could get some reports from Nevada, that would be helpful.
Yeah, is anybody on here from Nevada? What's going on up there?
Or towards El Dorado Springs and eventually on Montevideo and Sheldon, because that's where the strongest winds appear to be right now, there in Vernon County. So if we could have some people
It's getting dark out there.
give us some information from Vernon County.
Let's see here. See what the hail reports have been like with these.
Look at the differential reflectivity.
Been quite a bit of hail.
They're just to the south of Vernon, west of Sheldon. There's some lowered differential reflectivity, so there's probably some hail occurring there.
Yeah, I'm getting some on the hail tracks here.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, so
Yep.
North of Liberal, little hail core just east of Fort Scott. So we're looking at hail cores, guys. So
Yeah,
pretty much.
correlation coefficients are dropping as well in that area, so. Of course, yesterday I was up in Nevada, and it hailed so much there, just north of Nevada, that it was covering the ground.
Yeah,
Looked like snow.
Vernon County had 2 to 5 inches of rain yesterday. It was insane. Let's see here.
Parsons, really bad winds. Sounded like it was right there for a while.
Stone Camper said moderate rain in Nevada.
Okay.
So, Jackson says starting to pick up in Pittsburgh. Yep, Pittsburgh, you are right on the edge, but
Yeah, some very strong winds just to the north of Milo right now,
Yeah.
south and east of Nevada.
yeah, you can see, definitely see that. Let's go to velocity here.
On this one,
Yeah,
yeah, pretty strong gusty winds there. They'll probably extend the warning over into
I'm sure they
Cedar-
will, yeah.
Cedar and maybe eastern Barton County.
Yeah, look at the little shear
Oh,
cores.
yeah? Mhm.
Yeah, there's a new warning.
Yeah,
So,
there's the new warning, we just called it.
that's a pretty good win.
And of course, we're always looking along the leading edge of those squall lines for any potential rotating storms, but
All right, so we got new severe thunderstorm warnings. This is going to be for St. Clair, Cedar, all the way down into Dade County. I'm pushing a little message here to social media. Continue. Pushing east into St. Is St. Clair County with an E at the end?
no.
Okay. I'm the worst speller in the world. Winds at 60 to 65 miles per hour with upwards of,
Wow, those winds near Milo are getting stronger.
take a look here, 1 second.
Looks like we got 75 to 82 mile an hour winds there, just to the south and east of Nevada near Milo. There was a 90, yeah, there's a 92.8.
Looks like a microburst to me, when you get
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah, very small area. Moving
Okay.
towards Monteveo, between Monteveo and El Dorado Springs.
All right, so from Clinton, Butler, Stockton Lake now, and looking Vernon County. So El Dorado Springs, you get into the action here pretty quick. Nevada is getting hit pretty good, right along I-49, all the way down towards Sheldon. Hail core just to the west of Sheldon. This is going to be working into Lamar here soon. You can see the new warnings way out ahead of the band, about 30 to 45 minutes ahead for St. Clair, Cedar, down through Dade counties. A little thunderstorm popping up now just to north of Oronogo, near Alba. And then let's go over to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh getting into the action, really picking up from Frontenac, Arma, Girard, back toward McCune. So here's 69 highway, so just north of Weir, over towards Scammon. West Mineral, northern parts of Cherokee County starting to get the showers and thunderstorms. And then these storms, once you get back through Lebec County, these are strong just below that severe limit, but they're right there. And then we have another severe thunderstorm warning for this line, which is moving in. So it's pushing out of Montgomery County, but we got some winds with it. So winds 60 to 70, pushing into northern parts of Washington County, northern parts of Craig County, and northeastern parts of Oklahoma.
This is like a microburst,
Yeah, that's definitely a microburst.
because now we're getting 100 mile an hour winds in a small area there,
Oh, look,
north and east of Milo.
yeah, I can see that.
Of course, the beam is looking up a few, so it probably isn't 100 at the surface, but still, 100.7 is what it's,
Let's switch this up here.
should I do a cut in?
Yeah, you can.
All right, let me see if I can.
I'll just switch it over to the wall here.
Okay.
I think Sam's going to do a cut in here in a second. So these are going to get into the metro here in about 30 to 40 minutes. Packing a pretty good punch. I mean, it's, again, I don't expect much in the way of tornadic activity, but still packing a pretty good punch. Let me see what some of your latest comments are here. Matt says, thunder starting to pick up in Lamar. Haley, don't be scared, just a intense storm in Nevada. Tricia says it is pouring in Nevada.
It's just gonna be me at the wall. He's doing online stuff, and I'm gonna do a cut in on the wall.
He's on B. He's on B. Yeah, and then when you do that cut in, I will switch the Wirecast over to the wall here. Oop. There went a warning.
Is it on
Now,
Weather
Cherokee
1?
County,
Okay, so now it's.
Jasper County.
Okay.
All right, so new warning, guys. So extending it just as the storm continues to work in. So all of Joplin now, from downstream Joplin, Mercy to Diamond to Sarcoxie, severe thunderstorm warning up to Carl Junction, Carthage, Jasper, all severe thunderstorm warning. Golden City, Greenfield, Lockwood, Stockton, and then the most intense part of the storm. Let me know when they're ready and I'll switch
Okay.
you over.
Yeah, if they could just talk to me in my ear.
Sam's going to be doing a cut-in on the KOAM side, but you'll be able to see it. Great thing, Kale, our engineer, he got his Wirecast, which allows me to control all this. I'm still kind of learning it. All right, you just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. So, oh, they're not ready? Oh.
No, they're not.
Doesn't matter if we're ready, they're not ready. Okay, gotcha. Let's see here. Ryan, 79 is good for a good, or is ready for a good storm.
So if I ask for velocities up there near Nevada, can you pull that up for me, or?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's not going to show it like, I'll probably show the shear tracks
Okay.
instead.
Cool.
What's up, Sam? Oh, the other Sam.
Is that the
Okay.
same, the intern?
Yeah.
Oh,
intern
okay,
Sam.
cool. Tell him we need,
He's listening. He
Oh,
can
is
hear
he?
you. What are they doing up there, Malik?
Here we go.
Okay.
Hey. Hold on, that's so not ready now.
Wait, hang on.
Okay.
I'm going to drive the radar for you.
okay.
All right, we're ready.
3, 2, 1.
All right, good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Sam Lane here alongside Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy in the SkyWatch Storm Center. We've been watching these severe thunderstorms continuing to roll to the south and east across our area. We now have some new warnings in effect. These warnings are extending a little bit further to the east, and they are in effect until about 7:30. That includes folks in El Dorado Springs, Cedar County, also eastern Vernon County, Barton County, and also parts of Lawrence County. Strongest winds right now are near the Nevada area, just to the south and east of Nevada. Here's some shear markers right now, approaching El Dorado Springs and Montevideo with some pretty strong winds. Velocities were up to around 70, 80 miles per hour in this area, which can blow things around a little bit. So if you live in those areas, just be aware of that as this squall line moves in your general direction. Some very, very strong winds. And that's where the strongest storms are right now. But we have other warnings that have now been extended down into the metro area, including Jasper County and also a sliver of northwestern parts of Newton County. It also includes all of Cherokee County. And then, of course, we have more storms now moving into northern Oklahoma, northeastern Osage County, Washington County, and in Nowata and a sliver of Craig County. That's based on these storms that are moving now out of Kansas into northern Oklahoma, just west of Coffeyville. Of course, this entire line is moving to the south and east at about 40 miles per hour. And we're looking for heavy rain, frequent lightning, small hail, mainly around marble-sized hail in some of the strongest storms, and of course the strong winds, especially up in Vernon County, moving over to Cedar and Lawrence County and eastern Barton County. That's where the strongest winds are occurring right now. And of course, we're also watching other storms to the east near Springfield, but those are moving away from us. We're also watching a cell down in southern Berry County, but we're just going to continue to keep an eye on this as it rolls to the south and east. Stay with us and we'll keep you advised.
Cool. All right. We're just going to leave the stream on here and kind of update as it goes. That's still pretty intense. Vernon County, northern parts of Vernon. I'm actually going to take my mic off for a second and go to the restroom. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to take the mic into the restroom.
All right. Let's see, is mine still operating?
Should be. Let's see here. Yep.
All right, cool. Testing 1, 2, 3.
So yep, it is.
All right, very good. And I'm going to look over here at YouTube. So weather radio's been very active this afternoon. Yep, that is true. Missouri, yeah, the entire area is going to be impacted by these storms as they continue to roll to the south and east. Yes, sir.
The next cut-in, switch to weather A, your the B sounded funky.
Okay.
I don't know if it sounded okay for a little bit, but then near the beginning and end, it sounded really modulated.
Okay.
I don't know what it was, but I figured weather A would be the
Okay.
best.
All right.
And if not, I can just keep with weather B and we'll rock and roll.
Okay. Very good. I was having some mic problems. Margaret, you can watch us on, if you have streaming capability, you can watch us by going to Roku and downloading the KOAM Plus app, or if you have a cell phone or smartphone, you can download the KOAM app there as well, and you can kind of follow along and watch us live there, if that's an option for you. We're trying to get the information out on multiple platforms, whether it be our KOAM Plus app, whether it be this YouTube channel, whether it be over the air. We want to try to get the information out to as many locations as possible. So hopefully that might be an option for you there, Margaret. Appreciate the comment, though. Vortex Wyatt, you've been tracking the storms for a long time. Good. Okay. Very good. So we've been watching these storms up in Vernon County because earlier we were seeing some winds, some very strong winds up in that area. In fact, I'm going to see if I can pull this and let's take a look at some of the velocities if we can. It's kind of different. When you're trying to stream to multiple places at the same time, we're still kind of getting used to, what to click and where to click and so forth on here. So just bear with us. Let me go back over here and pull up my severe weather show. Yes, okay. So, and we're always concerned about the possibility of what we call gustnados or spin-ups that occur along the leading edge of these squall lines. Imagine, if you will, standing in a pool of water and moving your hand rapidly through the water. You'll get these little vortices or these little swirls in the water. Well, that's similar to what happens in a squall line situation, is you have a lot of momentum with the winds with these storms, and sometimes they can form these little eddies that can spin up into a vortex, which can do damage similar to a small tornado. Picking up in Lamar, okay. Appreciate that report. And thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Okay, good. So the winds they were strong earlier in Nevada, but now they've slowed down a little bit. So that's good news. Thanks, Tricia, for that information and report. And if people over in Cedar County and in Lawrence County and eastern Barton County, if they want to send us information, that would be very helpful. I'm going to look at the velocity product here real quick on this other computer and see what we've got here. It'll take me just a second because we definitely don't want anything to spin up and get out of control. Okay, right now it appears the strongest winds are just to the north of Montevideo, just west of Highway 97 there in western Cedar County, just to the south and east of Badger, which is there in eastern Vernon County. That's where the strongest winds are right now. Also some very strong winds getting ready to move into El Dorado Springs in the next few minutes. So if you live in El Dorado Springs, get ready for some very strong winds to move through there as well. Okay, rain is calming down a little bit there in, I believe Lisa was from Nevada. Asbury reporting it to get dark and windy there in Asbury. So again, western Cedar County and extreme eastern Vernon County. That's where the strongest winds are right now based on the velocities. And I'm going to throw on the storm relative velocities. And yes, definitely confirm that. Now moving into Montevideo, or just to the north of Montevideo, between there and El Dorado Springs. Also, like I said, El Dorado Springs getting ready to get the strongest winds. Earlier we were concerned about that because when you have a squall line that intersects a boundary or you have cell mergers, you can get storms that intensify in those kind of situations as well. All right, so again, if you're able to watch us on YouTube, that's great. And of course, we're going to be doing cut-ins on KOAM as well as needed. But I've got the velocities over here on this computer, and then we're watching reflectivity over here and looking for any potential hail cores that might be developing as well. But again, the strongest winds are now moving into western Cedar County around El Dorado Springs and north of Monteveo, which is in extreme eastern Vernon County, basically along and west of Highway 97 there in western Cedar County. Of course, we have other severe thunderstorms back to the south and west, so we don't want to forget about those folks down in northern Oklahoma. So we'll start there. Severe thunderstorm warnings continue for that area. Northern Washington County, northern Nowata County until 7:30. And then the warnings for southeastern Kansas, including Cherokee County, that goes until 7:15. And then the warnings for the metro area of Joplin, that continues until 7:30. So we're starting to get some of those storms moving down into the Asbury area and northern parts of Jasper County. And Doug's back, and people are reporting dark and windy in Oronogo, getting darker in Granby, Central Missouri. Well, thanks for watching us there in Central Missouri. We appreciate that. That's one of the benefits of being on YouTube, is being able to have viewers basically anywhere in the world, for that matter.
Let's see here.
Yeah, it appears the storms in southeastern Kansas are weakening a little bit, so
Yeah.
that's good. But the storms there in eastern Vernon and western Cedar and Barton are still going strong.
I had to use the restroom and I ate a bag of Cheetos. They were really good.
Appears to be maybe a little bit of a circulation developing north and west of El Dorado Springs between there and Harwood.
One guy in the chat says several limbs and power lines down throughout Pittsburgh.
Okay, thank you for that report.
That was actually on the chat.
Oh, that was on National Weather Service chat.
Okay, let's see here. Let's go back here.
Power lines down in Pittsburgh.
No, I wanted to look at
I
that.
don't have a size, but okay.
Okay.
But that area of concern north of El Dorado Springs is kind of moving into western St. Clair County, which is kind of out of our area, but you can kind of see it there better on.
Yeah.
So
Pretty gusty winds.
So
probably
for those
60 to
folks,
70.
yeah, so those folks in St. Clair County, southwestern St. Clair County, if you're able to watch us on YouTube, just be aware that you have some pretty gusty winds getting ready to move through that area.
All right, still severe thunderstorm warnings. We're looking at eastern parts of Vernon, southern Vernon. You can see the heaviest eastern, really from along 54 Nevada over toward El Dorado Springs. Stretching south to Lamar, very intense, especially on the west side of Lamar. Severe thunderstorm warnings continue. North of Jasper, or actually just west of Jasper, pretty intense little cell, most likely some decent little hail within that storm. We're getting a lot of shear, which is good. Let's see the hail tracks here. Getting a little bit of hail. So we are looking just west of Jasper. So at least quarter size hail is what we are getting, because I have this marked at quarter size. It has to even show up. It has to be quarter size hail. Let's see here. We're going to work a little farther toward the south. Joplin's still dry.
Yeah, our tower cam, it's dark, and it looks like a little bit of a shelf cloud trying to form there.
What's up, Gary?
Generators?
Oh yeah, go to generator for sure.
Okay, well, I went before I was gonna kick him, but I thought I'd better check with this.
Yeah, definitely go to generator.
Thanks, sir. Have a good day.
All right,
See
thanks.
you, buddy. All right, severe thunderstorm warnings continue for the Joplin metro. Again, Joplin, this is right on your doorstep, still about 15 minutes away. Pittsburgh, I saw on NWS chat that limbs and some power lines were down throughout Pittsburgh, but I haven't seen anything to really confirm it.
I'll go to the newsroom, see if they are getting anything
Okay.
on the scanners.
Sounds good. And then hang on, I'm looking at something. Okay. Let's see here. So, but the worst is out of Pittsburgh. Of course, Fort Scott, you're clear. Iola, clear. Of course, we're getting some showers and thunderstorms, but severe threat, clear. Yates Center, Chanute, Iola, Fredonia, Neodesha, Parsons, Girard, all clear of severe weather. Hear anything?
Nope,
No. Okay.
I don't think they were listening, but
So most of the severe weather threat now is kind of pushing into the I-44 corridor. Severe thunderstorm warning still going northeastern parts of Oklahoma, so we're looking from Bartlesville, just north of Nowata, Coffeyville, Kansas. You guys are getting, well, it's moving in right now, and then stretches over into Lebec County. Northeast Oklahoma, you haven't seen much yet, but you will. Down Seneca, Neosho, Pineville, Anderson, Cassville, Table Rock, you all get into the action as well. Let me look here. Look through some of your comments. Wind starting to pick up, Web City.
can confirm on the down power lines in Pitt. Christina Moss,
She can
Pre-
confirm. Where do you see that?
right here.
Oh, Jesus.
Can you send, Christina, can you tell us the location of that?
Yeah, that'd be great. So
We-
we do have some down power lines, so you may let them know in the newsroom.
Yeah, all right.
And I'll see if we can get that. Let's see here. Thunderstorms continue through Cherokee County and then Lebec County and then all the way back through Montgomery County. Severe thunderstorm warning northern parts of Nowata County. So these are mainly producing $quarter to $half size hail. And then, of course, with it, we are getting some very gusty winds in that 60 to 70 mile per hour range. Let's go into the metro here. The heaviest moving out of Pittsburgh, you let them know.
Yeah,
Cool. All right,
and I
heaviest.
told them we're going to try to get an exact location on that so we can send a photog.
Okay.
We're getting a hail report out of northern Osage County with that storm, just pea-sized though, just a few months ago. And here's the wind damage being reported on Imping from Pittsburgh. Shingles blown off. That's the description there, wind damage in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Let's see here.
Now it's moving into El Dorado Springs.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's
B
go ahead.
just started in Asbury. Sir Dispatch, Quincy. And
They said weather B was not working well with me or something. So
okay. I'll just switch over.
then we'll switch to. They said it was working fine if I wasn't moving around, so I don't know if it's because of
Man,
moving
man,
around.
it's short in it. All right, so there's weather B.
Gary, we're gonna need to, we're gonna need to do something here. We're getting
See here,
reports of
guys.
damage in Pittsburgh and it's moving into El Dorado Springs. We're gonna need to do another cut in real quick. Yeah.
All right.
You gonna
Tell-
drive for me?
Yeah.
All right,
So you're being picked up on Wirecast right now, just so you know.
okay. Was she able to provide an exact location yet?
Yes.
Huh? Nope. I don't know. I mean, it looks like it's set up. If you just take it, it should be okay. Courtney, it looks like it's set up and everything. No, I can just watch the monitor. I can just watch the monitor, and when I see when I see myself pop up, I'll know to go.
All right, so, yeah, I'll drive the radar for you.
Okay, cool. And I'm on Weather A, by the way.
Did you say whether it?
Yeah, Weather A.
What are they doing? Are they ready?
All right, good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Sam Lane here alongside Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy in the Storm Watch Center. We've been watching these severe thunderstorms all afternoon and evening. They're now moving through and approaching the metro area now. Severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for the metro area until about 7:30. And we're starting to see it moving into northern Jasper County, up toward the community of Jasper, and also north of Carthage. So again, that warning goes until 7:30. We're also getting reports of some wind damage in the Pittsburgh area with these storms blew through, downing some power lines. We're going to try to get some information and some footage of that later. We're also watching the storms up towards the north as the strongest winds are associated with this part of the storm and line system, moving through El Dorado Springs down to just east of Lamar. Winds have now died off just a little bit in Nevada, but if you live in western Cedar County and also northwestern parts of Lawrence County, these strong winds are moving towards you. And these could do damage similar to a small tornado. Winds of around 65 to 75 miles per hour can move lawn furniture around pretty well, and also some shingles and broken limbs and power lines. Also, the storms extend down into southeastern Kansas, near Coffeyville, into northern Oklahoma. Severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for Washington and Osage counties, as well as northern Nowata and a sliver of Craig County. That goes until 7:30 as well. Fortunately, it looks like the storms in southeastern Kansas and northern Oklahoma are slightly decreasing in intensity in the last few minutes, but we're mainly really watching the storm activity in Cedar, Vernon, and Barton counties over the next several minutes. And then, of course, these storms are going to be moving through the metro area over the next half hour to hour. Stay with us and we'll keep you advised.
All right. Let me have that mic back.
Okay.
Wonder why.
Oh, there's a little bit of a delay, it looks like.
Yeah, on YouTube,
okay.
It's about a 30-second delay on YouTube.
Okay.
Is what I've kind of
Good
noticed.
to know.
Yeah, it is good to know. I don't know what's wrong with Mike B.
Who knows? It's because it's me. I touch a mic and it immediately starts having problems. All right.
All right, so these are all moving into the metro now, guys. Of course, if you live in Kansas, southeastern parts of Kansas, you are pretty much clear of the severe weather except Cherokee County, southern parts of Lebec County. But at least we're getting widespread rain across the region, which is something we definitely need. Definitely need it. Let's see, these continue all the way down in the northeastern parts of Oklahoma. So we have severe thunderstorm warnings. So this is northern parts of Washington County. So we're looking just north of Bartlesville. Here's Nowata County. So from Coffeyville south to Nowata, Craig County, Ottawa County, Miami to Commerce. You guys have not picked up any storms yet, but you will. Grand Lake, Benton County, McDonald County, and also Berry County also looking pretty good. Storms now just getting to the I-44 corridor. You can see a few more supercells popping up just south of Springfield, but we can, if you live in Pittsburgh, I know we did get some.
Quincy and Wynwood?
Yeah, that's what I saw on there.
Okay.
I know we did get some power poles or power lines down, but Pittsburgh, you are out of the worst of the storms, which is good. Let's go to the tower cam here. Let's see what it looks like. Looks pretty ominous out there. So we're looking really kind of north, a jaunt toward the northwest on our 7th and range line tower cam. So these storms continue to work into the region. And we do have more severe weather, which is going to affect us especially late Thursday and then even into Friday and Saturday as well. So let's go ahead and we'll zoom back out here. Very intense storm still. Eastern Vernon, western St. Clair County. So El Dorado Springs, you're just getting hammered right now. A lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. Let's see, John Miller says blowing some small branches off his trees. Wind starting to pick up the state line, west side of Joplin. Let's see. Claudia, thanks for the report in Pittsburgh.
We have a
Asbury,
crew en route
Side.
there.
Oh, we do?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Brian says 50 to 60 mile per hour winds in Galena. Everybody, a few people mentioned the gust front. You know, it's quite a bit cooler with the storms working.
Yeah,
through.
temperatures, I think, dropping into the 60s.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. It was hot today.
1 degree away from the record.
Yeah. Let's see.
Is there a tornado threat? There's a very low
Yeah.
tornado threat. Not really seeing that right now, so that's good. Just mainly straight line winds is what we're seeing.
Yep, thankfully. Let's work a little bit farther south. Here's I-49, so we're looking Nevada over toward Lamar.
2-foot diameter tree fell
Wow.
on the power line there at Quincy and Wynwood in Pittsburgh.
That'll do it. That'll take out power lines.
Yeah, Alexa says tie your trampoline down. That's probably a pretty good idea.
Turn B off.
Okay.
I want to see. Okay, because they keep mentioning it when both mics are on. So let's turn B off for now.
Okay.
Let's see if that, how do you pronounce NIMH?
Where? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. See if my mic.
Institute of Mental Health.
Give me a thumbs up if my mic is better, if it's still echoing on you guys. All right, so this extends eastern parts of Barton County all the way down into northern parts of Jasper County. The town of Jasper is just getting hammered right now. So I-49 all the way down to Carthage over toward the 249 loop.
So I guess Claudia says that the fire department's on scene and will stay there until the energy company arrives because the line is connected on both ends.
Gotcha.
So
Tina's-
thanks for that report, Claudia. Really appreciate that. And Callie says the sound is a lot better now.
Okay, yeah. Right, so
Okay, so it might be is what the problem
yeah,
is.
Mike B is the trouble kid tonight. All right, so just north of Carthage, so we're looking at southwest of Jasper, Alba, over toward Carytown, little hail core there, so we're getting quarter-size hail. Let's see here.
Strong winds about to hit Jericho Springs.
Yep. Over toward Carl Junction. Strongest part of this storm is actually slid into northern parts of Jasper County and then picks up again in Cherokee County. So right now, Joplin itself, the heaviest is splitting around the city.
I'm getting a report of trees uprooted or snapped and roof blown off in Jasper.
That's very possible.
So that report just came in a few seconds ago.
Let's see.
So these storms definitely have a punch to them as far as the winds go. So folks in Golden City, Newport, Jericho Springs, and eventually over towards Stockton are going to be in the path of these strong damaging winds. Especially concerning for you folks in Jericho Springs. If threatening weather approaches your area, go ahead and go to the center portion of your home because these winds can do damage similar to a small tornado. So if you live in Jericho Springs and things get really nasty, just go ahead and move to your place of safety there in western and southwestern Cedar County.
Brandon says a lot of lightning in Coffeyville. Yeah, that's an intense little line from El Dorado Springs, Stockton. You guys are going to get into the action here in about 10 to 15 minutes. Lamar, Jasper, Carthage, Cherokee County, still a very intense cell. And then over toward Oswego, stretching all the way back to Bartlesville, Coffeyville, of course. So where are these going to go? Let me back this up just a little bit. Let me back this up to 1 hour ago. We'll time it out for you. So there to there.
Tony Palmer says the wind is crazy. Where are you located, Tony?
All right, there's your track, guys, for about the next hour. So you can see Miami, it's just north of Miami, so Neosho.
Oh, she's near range line in I-44. So the winds are picking up again on
Yeah.
the eastern side of Joplin.
It should be. Okay, let's zoom in here. All right, so strong Well, still severe thunderstorm for about 10 more minutes, Cherokee County. Another severe thunderstorm warning, western parts of Craig, northern parts of Nowata, and then Washington County, and these continue to backbuild toward Ponca City. Again, you are in the clear. Most of southeastern Kansas, Yates Center, Iola, Chanute, Fredonia, Neodesha, Pittsburgh, up to Fort Scott, even Nevada, all in the clear. Severe weather, the severe weather is this leading edge and then continuing to push east. So if we go all the way up into St. Clair County, very intense cell pushing into the western side of the county, winds at 60 to 70, and then quarter to half dollar size hail. Stockton Lake really picking up. Greenfield, Lockwood, you guys will get into the action. Golden City getting hit pretty good right now, stretching over toward Lamar, all the way up to Jericho Springs, Jasper, very intense, all the way down to Carthage. And then here's I-44. So most of this has stayed north of Joplin at this time. It's going to be interesting to see if the heaviest may split right around Joplin. Let's look at the tower cam here. See what it looks like. I mean, it's ominous looking. Let's see if I can go east a little bit on it. Definitely see that storm up there.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it does kind of, the worst of it seems to be splitting around Joplin,
Yeah.
which is good. We need the rainfall, but we don't need the nasty down straight line winds, which now looks like it's rapidly moving into the Stockton area, just north of Stockton on Highway 39, between Stockton and El Dorado Springs. And also some pretty strong winds right now in southwestern Cedar County around Jericho Springs.
Yeah, heaviest is splitting right around Joplin. We'll see if anything of the cell in Cherokee County kind of flares up just a little bit.
These various wind reports in Joplin.
Yeah, a lot of people are, I mean, it looks like we're getting 35, 45 mile per hour winds. I mean, below severe limits, but, you know,
lawn
gusty.
furniture, you
Yeah.
know, that kind of stuff being reported now coming in from Joplin. It would be great if we could get some more reports out of Cedar County.
Cedar County would be great. Let's see here. Give you a shout out to all. Thanks, Brandon. Yeah, Gracie, it's definitely dark out there. Swag, the KOAM app, of course. Come on, Swag Daddy. All right, most intense cell now, Cedar County, so Jericho Springs over to Stockton. Stockton Lake is moving in right now. So Jericho Springs up to El Dorado Springs, all the way down to Lamar. Lamar, you're getting kind of on the western side now. Golden City, coming down pretty good. We do have a couple supercells just south of Springfield as well. Mount Vernon, here in about 10 to 15 minutes, it will start getting a little interesting. Carthage, especially the north side of Carthage, has been hit pretty hard. So over toward Avila, also some pretty good storms, a little hail core, really on the north side of Carthage. And this is pushing, kind of sinking southeast. So Sarcoxy, Mount Vernon, you guys want to keep your eyes out as this cell starts to get a little bit closer. Joplin so far has been just kind of skirted around. Not too much is going on there. Still severe thunderstorm warning for about 5 more minutes in Cherokee County, and then we'll see if that expires because that cell has weakened. The one in southern parts of Labette has also weakened, and then still pretty intense, but we'll see if this severe thunderstorm warning also expires. Northern parts of Washington, northern parts of Nowata counties in northeastern Oklahoma.
Salina, Kansas is in the clear. They had the storms earlier today, Amplicity. Good luck, Sam, on your finals. Can't wait to see you in June as well.
Look at the gust front. It's way out ahead of the line.
Yeah, now it's lining out. The gust front is running out ahead of the storms.
So that's going to be a weakening trend.
There's no tornado activity in Joplin, Gracie. We're just simply watching straight line winds, and that's good. I personally use a storm scope, radar scope.
Radar scope's good.
Radar scope is good, and I know a lot of people use Radar Omega, but radar scope seems to be my favorite.
But I think radar scope is like $10 a year or something,
Yeah,
right?
it's like $9.99
Yeah.
on the Google Play Store for a year, and that's not bad
No.
considering all the products that you get with it and all the things that you can do with it.
Let's see here. Let's go back to Tower Cam. I mean, it looks ominous out there. 7th and range line, but again, the heaviest is going over toward Joplin. You can see on the left side of the camera, that's where the rain shield is. Busy Mom says the Royals game has been on a rain delay forever, but they have Twister on. I'm looking forward to the new Twister movie. I think it's coming out in about a year. Let's see here. Let's take a look at that. Let's zoom out. Yep, Kansas City's got showers and thunderstorms. Boy, look at these guys developing all the way back into south central parts. Let me look at the latest HER model. That's what we got. Yeah, these are going to continue to just dive through. I think our severe threat starts to go down here in about an hour or so. It's lower than what it was earlier. We did have at least a little bit of a tornado threat. Again, southeastern Kansas, you guys are pretty much in the clear. Still a little salty in southern parts of Labette and southern parts of Cherokee County. So there is still our severe thunderstorm warning for a couple more minutes in Cherokee County. But most of southeastern Kansas is in the clear. Let's go to Oklahoma. We still have our severe thunderstorm warning. We'll see if they drop it across Washington, Nevada, and then also northern parts of Craig County. Arkansas, you guys are good right now. Once you get up to southwest Missouri, south of I-44, not a whole bunch going on. Then once you hit that I-44, there's a new warning.
Caitlin, El Dorado Springs, the winds are starting to decrease there now. The worst of the winds are now east of El Dorado Springs, north of Stockton. So that's good. And of course, Aaron Shetley confirms that, seems to be calming down near El Dorado Springs. If you have any reports of damage or anything like that, be sure to let us know as well, and we'll be passing that along on chat. And also it helps us to know exactly what's going on with the storms as far as damage goes.
Yep. All right, new severe thunderstorm warning. Let me check this, the particulars on
Lawrence.
it. Well, southern parts of Cherokee, or gosh, Jasper.
Oh, City of Jasper, residential house at 4th Street and Morrison lost its roof.
Okay.
So, pretty intense storms as it rolled through
Yeah.
there. And I'm gonna give that to the newsroom as well. 4th Street and Morrison and Jasper.
Yeah, you might as well run that down there. All right, new severe thunderstorm warning. So we are looking at Jasper County now. So we're looking at the northern half of Jasper County, over toward Monette, Mount Vernon, Carthage, up toward Jasper, and then we have another warning on the west side of Springfield. So now Mount Vernon, you guys are in a severe thunderstorm warning. Monette, Sarcoxie, Neosho, that would include Granby. This is actually on the east side of Joplin, so it really doesn't include Joplin proper, like downtown. You can actually see it kind of, the line goes through Dunawig down toward Mercy Hospital. Very intense again, Carthage, eastern parts of Jasper County, all the way up into western parts of Lawrence County. Still very intense, Golden City, Lamar, Jasper. Again, we're getting some pretty good winds. We've been watching some damage of power lines, trees, and even a roof. So we are getting some straight line winds that are probably pushing that 70 to 80 in spots.
Especially near Arcola, which is in northern Lawrence County, and then also southern Cedar County. That's where some pretty strong winds, still blowing strong in Jericho Springs right now too.
Yeah. Lockwood, you guys are about ready to get smacked. That is just east of Golden City. So that is southern parts of Dade County.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, Dade County.
Calming down on the Kansas side, of course. Still some pretty good storms, Cherokee County and southern Labette, but severe threat is done for you guys. Here's the gust front. You see this little line, which is out ahead of the storm. So that is the gust front, and that is actually separating itself from the storm. So the farther that gets from the storms, it kind of undercuts the thunderstorms. So that's why we've had a weakening trend of these storms in northeastern parts of Oklahoma. But that little gust front is still underneath the storms when you get in southwestern Missouri, and that's why those are more intense. And then we're getting some little outflow boundaries, and that's why these guys are popping up south of Springfield. So yeah, a lot of mechanics going on here.
Multiple trees down in Jasper, and of course that residential home at 4th and Morrison there in Jasper as well. So
Okay.
I've alerted the news department. Whether we're doing anything, I don't know. That's I give them the information. Hopefully they're going to send some people out to confirm for that.
Hopefully. Let's see here. Sure, and Pitt.
Again, the strongest winds right now are just east of Cedarville, approaching Highway 39 north out of Arcola, which is in Dade County, on up towards Stockton. That's where it seems like the strongest winds are about to hit right now.
Let's see, Alexa, storms don't always split around Joplin. I know people feel like that. Obviously, Joplin's been hit time and time and time again. It's just the way storms line up, but there's nothing that is forcing storms around it. Winds just picked up in Sarcoxy. Yes, you guys are about ready. Let's see, Ozarks card breaks. Jesse, did you blow away? Busy Mom. Heavy rain near Memorial Hall on the north side of Carthage. Carthage has been getting hammered. Kelly, England. Yeah, we've been getting some quarter-size hail, but lately it's been more wind damage than hail damage. Aaron says it's raining pretty good in CJ. No tornado warnings at this time. These have mainly been straight-line winds and also some hail, but we haven't had any tornado warnings. I don't anticipate any. It's always a chance with severe weather, but I don't anticipate any. It always makes me nervous when I say that, because I'm like, wow. Okay, so a lot of wind stuff going on. Let's go ahead and zoom back in. Pittsburgh, again, you're in the clear. We do know that there's some power lines, some trees down in Pittsburgh. We know Jasper's been hit pretty hard, northern parts of Jasper County. Carthage, you got a little hail core moving in on the western side of Carthage. So this is pretty much where the Arby's is in Carthage. So pretty good hail core there. And then also in northeastern parts of Jasper County, and this stretches up toward Golden City, Lockwood. You guys are about ready to really pick things up. Jericho Springs, you guys have been hit for a long time now, about 30 minutes.
It looks like the winds might be decreasing a little bit there in Jericho Springs.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but it's moving right towards Arcola and Crisp and Umberview Heights along Highway 39 there, Missouri 39 north out of Arcola.
Let's see. We're still reading through your comments too, and we're checking out chat, seeing what's going on. Let me check here real quick.
Crawford State Park, not sure where that's. In
Okay.
Farlington, Kansas.
Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Again, on the Kansas side, these are all just good showers and thunderstorms, but you don't have to worry about severe weather anymore on the Kansas side. Let's look at the tower cam again.
Mine Hunger, this is in western Missouri that we're talking about. Springfield, yes, they're going to be hit with the storms here shortly in the next hour or so.
Springfield's actually got a cluster of supercells on them right now.
Yes, and there's warnings out for those storms. Commerce, the storms are weakening as they start to move into northern Oklahoma. Some dark clouds, rain, some wind, but nothing severe at this point for Ottawa County, so that's good news.
Yeah, the one back in Washington County he's scaled down.
Charles is asking about St. Clair County.
St. Clair County's still pretty intense.
The southern part of St. Clair County along Highway 54 east of El Dorado Springs, there's an area of some really strong winds there, south of Roscoe.
What's up? Just saying hi? Thank you, thank you.
So, the extreme southern part of St. Clair County is getting some pretty strong winds right now, but, up towards Osceola, it's not as bad.
Yeah, Stockton, Jericho Springs, Lockwood, Greenfield, Golden City, a lot of lightning in these storms too, very electric.
Carthage is reporting hail. Oh, what size is the hail there, Christina, in Carthage? Hail and heavy winds in Carthage.
Yeah, you can see the hail core.
Yeah, the storms in central Kansas, they may make it into southeastern Kansas, but they are not likely going to be
Pea-size.
severe.
Okay,
Pea-size hail.
let's see here.
I'm assuming there's a lot of hail with that in Carthage, because she says all of the hail, pea-size.
Yeah, let me look at the hail
They're
trends.
asking about Joplin.
Joplin, again, right now, the warning is east of Joplin proper, and it's just some moderate storms kind of working through. It looks like the heaviest is going to split around Joplin proper, unless of this guy in Cherokee County flares up a little bit, but I don't anticipate he will. If you look, the little line from Bonita to Fairland to just north of Neosho, that's the gust front that is kicked out from underneath the storms, and then it still lines up with the ones in southeastern Kansas. So that's why, or in southwestern Missouri, that's why the Missouri storms are much more intense than what we were seeing back along the state line of Kansas and Oklahoma.
More hail being reported in Carthage.
Hail, hail, hail.
Is Joplin getting hail? Not likely.
Mm-mm. Yeah, a little hail core right on top of Carthage. So, and I can see it there. A lot of hail in southwest Missouri over the past couple hours. A lot of areas have picked up decent sized hail.
Carthage is crazy outside. Power is in and out in Carthage. Where's the chat? Oh, here we go. Suffolk County, okay. Ross County, weak rotation, yeah, that's up near Roscoe, Missouri,
Yeah.
north of Carthage, small hail. State Highway 96.
Strong wind gusts. Yeah. Carthage, you guys just have to ride it out for about the next 10 minutes. Intense winds, pea to quarter size hail, a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. And then once you get a little farther north, these are all,
That's where the strongest winds are too, near Arcola
Yeah.
and north of Stockton.
well, yeah, because you can see a little
Yep,
QLCS.
the curve, yep.
So that'll be interesting to watch as it pushes a little bit farther toward the east. Stockton, Greenfield, all the way down to Mount Vernon. So that's kind of the stretch, that little circle right in here of the strongest storms. Everything else is moderate. You some very beneficial rain going on in southeastern Kansas now because this is a soaking rain instead of a sideways rain. So that is going to be great for the drought. And then northeastern Oklahoma, that guy's flared up just a little bit in Washington County, but still below severe limits. Starting to get into Miami Commerce.
Wind in Carthage is incredible, so they're getting winds as well.
Yeah. Okay, so
There's no tornado watches or warnings for Joplin. So I know people are posting that. We have no tornado warnings that are currently in effect, nor are we under a tornado watch.
Nope.
The threat of tornadoes is low with this particular system. Asbury getting slammed pretty hard,
Yeah.
you're saying.
doesn't surprise me.
Okay.
Look at a couple things here.
It's getting interesting northeast of Stockton,
It's a good little,
in northeastern Cedar County, west of Humansville, near Carplinger Mills and Claude. So folks in northeastern Cedar County, you need to be paying attention
oh, I see it.
in that area. Yep.
Right
Little
there.
Kink in the line. And that's where we see a lot of these spin-up type tornadoes, is when you get kinks
Yeah.
in the line, you get enough convergence to create these little small spin-ups or gustnadoes. Technically, they're QLCS type tornadoes, but we've not had any tornado warnings fortunately so far, and hopefully that trend will continue. But we're continuing to watch it.
Yep. So most of us are just dealing with very strong straight line winds. Of course, over the past hour, hour and a half, we have had some trees and some power lines down. We know in Pittsburgh, we also know Jasper, Missouri, up toward Lamar, Nevada, Jericho Springs, all probably have some little bits of wind damage. And then Carthage has been getting very strong winds over the past 10 to 15 minutes. So now we have this severe thunderstorm warning until 8:30, so another 45 minutes. But this covers all the way to Monette, Mount Vernon, and then once it gets out of St. Clair, Cedar, Dade, and Lawrence counties. Again, everything back toward the west. So Nevada, Lamar even, Pittsburgh, Girard, Fort Scott, all in the clear of severe weather. Just good old showers and thunderstorms, which we need to really help the drought. Iola, Chanute, Fredonia, Yates Center, Independence, all looking good. Parsons, Pittsburgh, Columbus looking good. Still some stronger storms, northeastern Oklahoma, not seeing much in the way of a severe signature right now. It's mainly kind of along and north of I-44. You can see a little cluster of supercells south of Springfield, which have been producing hail. And then our storms have mainly been wind and hail. Still developing, let me scroll back about 10 minutes.
Several reports of trees across roadways across Jasper County. That's probably up in northern
Yeah.
Jasper County.
So thunderstorms increasing a little bit across Joplin. Still not severe levels. And then once you get into northeastern parts of Jasper County, it really picks up. And then stretching over toward Miller, Golden City still, Arcola, all the way up towards Stockton. Let's look at the tower cams, see what the tower cam's looking like here.
Got some scud there on the
Yeah.
cam.
Couple drops of rain, winds really blowing. Man, those clouds are moving.
Yeah.
So, but you can see the rain shield
Yeah.
coming in. Nice, nice, nice. Izzy, Rogers, Arkansas. You guys will get some storms, but you are still probably an hour, hour and a half out before you get any thunderstorms. Trees, Jasper County. Yep. Tree size. Yep. Okay. Good, good, good.
Mix peace signs.
Yeah, you can see the winds are moving in Joplin.
And of course, we're still watching that area of concern up in northeastern Cedar County.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
It's kind of wrapped up a little bit on the last scan there, just west of Humansville, just south of Claude.
We're in St. Clair, Cedar.
This is in northeastern Cedar County.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that area right up in there. On the velocities, it's showing, a little bit of a bow with a little bit of a circulation there just south of Claude. That's going to move over towards State Highway 13 near Humansville in the next half hour. And then, of course, still some pretty strong winds near Arcola,
Yep.
Which is there in northern Dade County.
Yeah, so St. Clair, Cedar, Dade, Lawrence counties, you guys are still rocking pretty good. A little bit more of a bow in western parts of Lawrence County now, so we'll have to see the winds pick up just outside, just northwest of Mount Vernon. You guys may be getting, in Mount Vernon, you could be getting 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts at this time. So we'll watch that, but intense lightning, Golden City, all the way down to Red Oak, just to the west of Miller, just north of Little Russell, just north of Sarcoxie as well, and then just kind of moderate showers, a few thunderstorms through Joplin proper. So if I zoom in just from Carl Junction, Carthage, down to Mercy, I mean, mainly just kind of scattered little thunderstorms, and then it really picks up once you get over toward Carthage. So Joplin proper, you guys are kind of skirting around the heaviest of this cell, which is good news.
Wind in Carthage has started to split my huge tree in the front yard in half. Yeah, so the winds were pretty intense there as they went through Carthage.
They're
along
probably
with some
60,
hail.
70, yeah.
Rain at 15th and Range Line now. Hail in West Joplin on State Line now. Thank you, Julie, for that. Granby, they're asking about Granby.
Granby, you still got about another 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. You are under a severe thunderstorm warning, but you can see the cell is north of you. So Neosho, Granby, you guys still got a little bit. Again, Kansas, you guys are clear. Northeastern Oklahoma, a little salty, but nothing too severe. Most of the severe weather, again, has been right along this line, which is pushing through St. Clair, Cedar, Dade, Lawrence counties. Let's see anything new on chat. Christian Green.
Of course, now the storm's starting to move into the Springfield area with some hail being reported in Nixa with those cells there in Greene County and Christian County.
Angela, no rain at Low Melinda yet. You will get some scattered showers and a few thunderstorms into the Low Melinda area. But again, nothing severe. The severe is in eastern parts of Cherokee County. So Sarcoxy, things are going to really start to get salty for you here in the next 10 minutes. We still have this cell right on top of Carthage, which is intense. So this is going to push toward Sarcoxy as we get through about the next 10 to 20 minutes. Mount Vernon, on your doorstep. You still got 10 to 15 minutes. And then everybody else due north, all intense storms. Now, when we go farther west, Fort Scott, Nevada, Sheldon, Lamar, where the intense storms were earlier, you guys are looking better, but you're just getting some good old rain all the way down to Pittsburgh. Northeastern parts of Oklahoma, showers, thunderstorms as well.
Getting some more trees being blown down in Carthage, being reported there. Between her and the neighbors.
Here, we're going to lay this right here. I'm going to run and
Okay.
see if the
South is
Found
as far
it.
south as Monette. Yeah, you're going to be on the southern edge of that, Kelly, there in Monette, as we're watching these storms. But again, the strongest winds right now are now moving into eastern Cedar County, south of Humansville, east of Stockton, approaching Fairplay, and then also some pretty strong winds north of Greenfield, between Greenfield and Arcola on State Highway 39, and that's going to move over towards South Morgan, which is in northeastern Dade County, and also some pretty strong winds on the south side of Greenfield near the intersection of Highway 39 and 160, which is east of Lockwood. So some pretty strong winds there, and also some pretty strong winds on Highway 97 south of Minot, and they're in southern and southwestern parts of Dade County. So that's where the strongest storms are right now. And it seems like the predominant thing that's going on with these cells are the straight line winds that are occurring with these cells, along with small hail, generally around marble size, up to pea size hail, marble, nickel size hail, with some of the largest that we've seen, with the strong winds. And the strong winds are knocking out power, downing power lines, and also some trees. So that's what we're mainly looking at right now. There were reports of damage in Jasper, Missouri. We had a report of a roof being blown off there in Jasper, as well as numerous trees blown down in the city. Dunnaweg, flashing a few times. The power is going to fluctuate in some of the stronger storms. Joplin is in the storms right now, but we're not seeing anything severe in the city right now. You're 10 years old. Don't be afraid of the thunder and lightning. As long as you're inside, you should be okay. The storms are actually on the downside now in the city itself, but to the south and east, that's where the storms are still going pretty good. Yeah, it rained quite a bit in Emporia. I'm sure they had quite a bit of strong winds there too. Clint, you're 10 miles away from Jasper City. Yeah, they had some damage there in Jasper earlier with those cells as they moved through. No severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect right now for Oklahoma. That's good. So the warnings for Washington, Nowata, and Craig counties have now expired. We still have warnings in effect for Newton County, also extreme northern Berry County, Lawrence County, and of course Dade, Cedar, and St. Clair counties. But the storms are now starting to move further to the east. The strongest winds, like I said, are now east of Stockton, southeast of Stockton, and now starting to approach Greenfield and South Morgan there in Dade County. Doug?
Yeah, starting to get rain. We're looking at 7th and range lines, starting to get showers. Back on in case it's scratchy. Showers across 7th and range line, very ominous looking clouds, which you can definitely see on our 7th and range line tower cam. But things are starting to get a little bit better. Let's see here. Still getting comments, but that froze on me. Yeah, Heather, it did get chilly very quickly.
Especially when you're close to record highs and then
Yeah.
dropping down into the 60s, it's
What,
quite a change.
what was our high?
It was 80, was it 88?
Something like that.
88 today.
Yeah, so pushing 90 and then all the way down to about 60 right now. Again, severe threat is done on the Kansas side. Not much going on northeastern Oklahoma. On the Missouri side, still have a severe thunderstorm warning, northern parts of Newton County, northern parts of Berry, and then into Lawrence County, but mainly for eastern Jasper and then over into Lawrence County. That's where they are more intense. Springfield kind of circled all around the city, getting some pretty intense storms. Intense storms still continue through Dade County, all the way up into Cedar County, and then starting to weaken St. Clair County. So I think the overall trend here is going to be going down, but we're going to continue to watch these as we go through. What if I hit reload here? Let's see.
Even the winds are starting to go down a little bit in Dade County.
That's good.
Still strong on the eastern side of Cedar County, south of Humansville, but the trend is kind of going down.
I'm a terrible reader. Faybaugh.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. So a lot of times on radar scope, it'll put mid-level rotation, and so it will put like a little spin on radar scope. So it may not be low level rotation, but you may look at it and think, oh, there's a tornado, but it's not. We're just, in all thunderstorms, we usually get some mid-level rotation. Only thing reached bad in Webb City. Webb City got kind of skirted around, so did Joplin. So Webb City, Joplin looking better. But we are going to get rain, showers, thunderstorms tonight, so that's good. Cooler air working in. Let's see here. April says Webb City got a little rough, but looking better now. Yeah, I'm going to have to address that. I'll address that with the engineer tomorrow of why the mic's a little low. And I'm sure it's just a setting. But when I look at the mic returns, it is a little bit low. It should be topping way up here, but I'm not messing with that.
You can't hear us very well, so.
Yeah.
We apologize for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, we'll get that figured out. We'll get that figured out tomorrow, that the mic being a little bit low. What's up, Peyton?
Shannon confirmed that damage at Peggy's restaurant in Jasper, just for whatever the roof was going off.
Okay.
He's getting video and sending it?
Oh, I can ask him. He's got pictures on the website at least, but I'll
Yeah.
Okay,
See
it
if
was
you,
Peggy's Restaurant? Okay.
see if you can get something for the 10, because by 9, like when we start the 9 o'clock show, we'll probably won't have any severe weather, or maybe just one random morning, but definitely not by 10. So by 10, it's just going to be showers. So that gives you some fresh material. So yeah, you may ask him if he can do that. Let's see. Joplin's not going to get very rough at all with this entire storm. Carthage is starting to calm down, which is good. The heaviest is pushing into our eastern counties now. I don't,
Just east of Greenfield.
yeah. So really the most intense now, we're still looking Cedar County, so Stockton, then stretching down into Dade County. The heaviest moving out of Golden City, so over toward Greenfield, and it really pushing into the Springfield metro area. And then northern parts of Lawrence County, still a little hail core there. So this is just west of Miller on the little town of Red Oak. So south of Lockwood, about 10 miles. There is a little hail core there, so we're getting some quarter-size hail. And then once it gets back into Jasper County, it's just a strong thunderstorm over Sarcoxie to Fidelity, Diamond, just a moderate to strong thunderstorm, stretching all the way back to downstream. Joplin, you got skirted around. Pittsburgh, we had some power outages, some trees down there, but all southeastern Kansas, your severe threat is done, which is good. Northeastern Oklahoma, low severe threat, but I don't see much really forming. So we're mainly just watching this one line in our eastern counties in Missouri.
The only area that I'm seeing really strong winds now are just on east of Greenfield on Highway 160, there east of Greenfield, south of South Morgan.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see what storm reports we got so far. We got that one, the roof damage. Why are they so small? There we go. Let's see. A lot of hail reports.
And here's some hail reports up in El Dorado Springs. That was half an inch earlier. Here's another hail report, half-inch size in northeastern Jasper County.
It's a lot of hail, a lot of wind.
South of Golden City.
Yeah.
Looks like there might have been a little bit of wind damage in Lamar as well.
Yeah.
earlier. So,
Springfield's getting a
2
little.
minutes ago,
little
hail
hammered.
reported dime size there in western, near Ash Grove.
Dustin, I don't see much in the way of flooding concerns because the ground is so dry. It would have to rain 3+ inches, and we're just not going to get it. So I don't really see a flooding concern, but this is the perfect type of rain for us to get. Tammy, you should not get severe weather in Emporia tomorrow, but Thursday is a concern. John Manson, yes, Mary, southeast Kansas is just rain now. Well, there's some thunderstorms, but nothing strong. Just, some random lightning, random thunder. Just mainly moderate rain. Victoria, I'm glad you can hear me very good because I put the mic right by my mouth and I'm talking decently intense. Carla says it's looking eerie in Neosho. Yeah, because you guys you're right along the gust front. So, but the rain's not that heavy. Really, guys, the most intense now is Mountain Vernon due north. That's where the most intense is. We'll see if any of this can flare up in eastern Jasper County, but I don't really see it.
Yeah, the winds are not on the velocities. It doesn't appear impressive there in Jasper County now. Again, it appears the really strong winds now are in eastern parts of Dade County,
Yeah.
near Greenfield or just east of Greenfield.
And that's what I do expect. I expect these storms to continue to push right into the Springfield metro area, and then we're just kind of left with showers and thunderstorms behind it. But a pretty good little severe event today. I mean, we've had, a lot of power outages, some trees, a roof, not something anybody wants to see, but I would say 3/4 of the viewing area had some kind of warning.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
They're asking about Thursday, why is there concern, and also an ETA for Aurora. Aurora, you're probably about an hour away from the storms moving in through there. Tornado siren in Pierce City, but I'm guessing from wind gusts, that's likely probably due to, we're not seeing any tornado warnings or anything spinning up at this point. So if Pierce City sounded their sirens, it was probably due to straight winds.
Anthony, just Thursday, it's the same system. We're just getting chunks of energy. So Thursday, late Thursday, well, Thursday evening, Thursday night, storms are going to get going across central Oklahoma, south central parts of Kansas, and then kind of work in. So it may be a late night event, maybe a 10 to midnight event, but yeah, that is a severe threat. So it's nothing that is a huge concern. It's just something we're watching.
Galena is in the clear as far as severe weather right now.
Yep.
Galena is in the clear.
Let's see. Chat's gonna do what they're doing here.
Let's see if they're gonna.
Here they're talking over in Springfield.
Yeah, it's becoming more of a Springfield problem.
Yeah, definitely more of a Springfield problem now. Joplin, we're looking pretty good. Just let me move the radar down. You can see some decent little thunderstorms on the south side of Joplin. Sarcoxy to Mount Vernon over toward Miller, that's where the biggest storms are, but these are kind of pushing into our far eastern counties at this point in time. We still want to see if anything flares up once they get down into Berry County or McDonald County a little bit later on this evening. But I think the overall trend here is push out of our area and weaken, which is good. Now we're getting some good little rains across the region. Let's see here.
Still some gusty winds near North Morgan and South Morgan, extending down towards just west of Walnut Grove. But that is definitely moving out of our area in extreme eastern Dade County.
Wayne, Lezak and I, we are the ones who developed that pattern together. This is not the March 27th storm. This is, let me do counting in my head real quick. I'm going to give you a little hint here. You're about 10 days off, so you go either direction. Let's see. Aaron, there's some thunderstorms west of Miami, but these are pretty just moderate thunderstorms. We're not seeing anything intense with them, just regular old thunderstorms. So yeah, Miami, Commerce, Fairland, Afton, down to Grand Lake, Jay. You'll all get some scattered thunderstorms, but we're just not looking at much severe until you get into Missouri, and it's in our far eastern counties. I mean, as soon as we get closer to these guys shutting down a little bit, then
They're asking about Mount Vernon as well right now.
Mount Vernon, you guys are probably getting some pretty good winds.
Yeah, especially just on the north side.
Yeah, Mount Vernon up to Miller. I'm trying to think, what highway is that? Is that 39, 36, 39?
It's, well, yeah, 39.
Yeah, so along 39, so Mount Vernon up to Miller, pretty intense. There is a little hail core just west of Miller, so over toward Red Oak and Miller. But yeah, Mount Vernon, you're probably getting some pretty good wind gusts. This extends down to Sarcoxy. And then if we go up into Cedar County, still from Greenfield all the way up to Stockton. But
On Highway 245
yeah,
there.
the heaviest is now pushing east to Stockton Lake. This little line is going to merge with these little supercells over towards Springfield, and then it'll be definitely Springfield's problem, not ours. Not much in our southern counties so far. Not a drop, actually.
Brianna, yes, Joplin and Carthage are in the clear as far as severe weather goes.
Yep.
They've got lots of tree debris there in Carthage, so.
Well, Carthage got some
Yeah,
winds, 60 to
they sure
70.
did, yeah.
So
Especially from like Jasper, Carthage, and then points to the east of there.
Sierra, Goodman, you're ways out, and it looks like the heaviest is going to split around you, but in Goodman, some scattered thunderstorms, some moderate, maybe a strong thunderstorm. It does not look severe in Goodman, which, of course, is McDonald County. But yeah, most of us are in the clear, so which is good. We'll probably wind this thing down because it's through the metro. Most of these are pushing towards Springfield now, so things are
And
looking
the morning
much better.
expires at 8:30.
Yeah.
So
But of course, if anything new pops up, I'll let you guys know. We'll jump back on here, but for now,